Welcome back. So we're gonna get a fletching level right here and a couple more levels um, as we go along. So there's a few key points to this episode. So we're gonna be trying to bang out as many levels as we can because we're so close to maxing, right? Kind of, sort of. And then, as you can see on screen, whip drops. I love whip drops, so I'm gonna start incorporating a lot more into my videos. I feel like you guys like him too, and I'm just gonna run with it. Now, the heavy hitter of this episode is we're gonna be hunting Kree'arra. We absolutely 100% need the top. Haven't gotten the top yet. The bottom. Haven't gotten the bottom yet. The helm. We did get the hilt though, and I'm not including pets because that's just I feel like that's completely unrealistic. That's just not something I'm interested in uh, chasing. All right, and as you can see, this is going to be my setup and my inventory for Kree'arra tasks, right? It has pretty much everything that we need as far as protection, and it's a pretty decent setup now that I've got in the dragon crossbow. Um, but our luck isn't doing so hot because we got a shard 3. And then, if that's not bad enough, into another shard 3. And into another shard 3. Like, what the hell? But, it was okay because we were able to get back-to-back task. And then we get this. A shard 1. So it's not a shard 3, so I'm a little more happy. But then we get another 3. And then we get another shard 1. And it kind of continues this way for a while. And then we complete our task. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but I am 3,373 kills in, and I just got another jar. I still haven't gotten the pet. We did, however, get our first armor piece, which will be great whenever, I eventually get the new bow. So after getting burned out there, we went ahead and moved on to prayer. And so we're getting a few levels here and there, just so that we can just push a little closer to level 99. Um, this is actually a pretty decent grind. I didn't think it was going to take this long, but I'm also not surprised either. After 97 prayer, I thought it was a good time to get back to Slayer, and we got an advancey task. So we're gearing and getting back to the grind. So our first drop here is going to be Armadillo Chestplate. We finally got one checked off. Now, this, I know you can't see it in the chat, but 493 for our first real piece. Man, it feels good. And then we're back to the shard 3s. We finished out the task, we didn't get anything. Our next task was Jad. Pretty good experience, you shouldn't really pass that up. But I was at the bank and I noticed that I had an awfully lot of bones. So I decided to go to the museum, fill them up, because I was pretty close to a prayer level. And we were going to see if I was going to get close enough. And so, turns out, I got 98 off of it. So don't underestimate how much experience you have in the museum because it can add up over time. So towards the end of your account, you start looking at what levels you're close to. And that's no different for this farming level. You see it, you go for it. And same with your big bones and curve bones. I mean, they add up, and it's 86 construction, and I didn't really do anything for it. It was just passive, but I did, it did give me enough motivation to get a couple levels here. So I went with the mahogany tables just because I have a decent cash pile right now, so why not? Once it got old, I just moved over to thieving and agility. I mean, you kind of skill hop a crazy amount in the later levels, but that definitely makes 2,200 total. So that unlocks some extra worlds for us. And that just lets us know that, hey, we only got 77 levels left. And that's insane. Like, I've been playing this account for thousands and thousands of hours, like playtime hours. And to know that, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, man, that's pretty amazing. So let me ask this. What do y'all do for Hunter? Because I find that I just don't have the patience for 87. But I don't have patience for doing chinchompas anymore. And another thing, a bee hunter outfit. Why is there such a big thing about that? Like, you get the pieces or you don't get them. But the more important question is, why are people making such a big deal over getting the outfit pieces? I don't know. Maybe you can let me know in the comments because I'm just pretty confused. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me. Um, so here we go, 88 Hunter, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on to nope, no more skilling. So we're going to the Rev Caves. Now this is not the Rev Cave update where they just buffed everything. This is when they made it where you had like one entrance and one exit, but nobody was really in there very much. So I decided to take a gamble and see how it was. And I kind of feel like I got lucky a few times with escaping some PKers. And it just kind of shows you like what I do, as far as dodging them. You can get teleblock, but it doesn't really matter if you gain gap and you hop worlds, because hopping worlds will actually nullify or remove the teleport block. Now, after doing a few clues, I decided to, get back to Slayer. Clues aren't really my thing, but, you could always get lucky. I got a Callisto task. I only did 3. But what I find is that I suck royally at killing Callisto, and I die a lot. So eventually, I got frustrated, and like, cause you die, you go pick your ship back up, you come back, you die again. So I just end up canceling the task. It's just not worth it for me. At this point, I find myself pretty close to an herblore level. And so, to see what I have, I just go in and I decant absolutely everything I have, and then go ahead and make some torstals for super combats. And so, Jesus, man, I guess I'm not feeling too well. But here we go. We got level 98 Herblore on the Iron Man. Imagine that. Just one more level. So, not bad. Not bad at all. It is a grind. It is a grind, but it's well worth it. I mean, you can look at the pile of potions. That's quite a bit. And so we went in and decided to cash in 24 Laren's keys, and the loot was actually pretty good. We didn't get a Dagon High piece, and I'm so sad about it because that's one of my favorite cosmetics in the game. Like, it doesn't matter about the stats, but as far as the cosmetics, they look great.